We put in the bulletins that the members are ministers. Well, in this church, the members really are ministers.
The confidence that this church will succeed, it will grow, is just there. Everyone feels very comfortable. There's no doubts. We've come this far and we're going to continue to grow.
I think our members have always been strong church people. They've always been involved in things. They know what it means to be the church.
The Board of Pensions cares for the servants of our church, people like Chuck and Laura, and it gives us confidence to know that people of their caliber are going to be provided for in retirement.
That additional compensation ongoing to our pastors is really critical to the whole success of our church. That really allows their relationship with us to really be more about, let me take care of the congregation, let me grow this, let me allow God's mission to be done in this church.
We are very well cared for through the Board of Pensions and the medical plan. And this is a huge asset that this small congregation is able to offer to its pastors. And there's so many things that you and I don't have to worry about because the Board of Pensions is taking care of that on our behalf.
The mission agency inspires, equips, and connects Presbyterians to the world.
It's a blessing that we can come together with other churches and collect the one great hour of sharing offering so that we know that our dollars are being used to help people around the world.
Well, I think that's what a church is all about, what they do for the community, and not the community just locally, but globally also.
Because we were a part of the U.S. Congregational Survey, which was done last fall, we have a lot of information which has been given to us, which will help us in our evangelism.
There's so much need in the world. I mean, where do you start? And I think that's where, resources such as the General Assembly Mission Council, putting us in touch, with the various missions that the church does worldwide so that we can be a part of it and participate in that.
God has called us to be involved in outreach. I think God's called us to be His hands and feet here on earth.
The Office of General Assembly helps the church be the church. It empowers us to be the church in our community. It helps us to go out and meet the needs around us in our community.
These are all people who really want to be church together.
One of the members of the congregation had a relationship with Chuck and Laura from the past, and when we started looking for a new pastor, he had said, I've got these people that might be interested in coming back to the Austin area.
We had a call from the church saying we're needing some people to come, and we're needing them to be there part-time, and we need somebody that has some experience.
To have ministers like Chuck and Laura, it's just, it exceeds our wildest dreams to have them there at the helm, guiding us along in such a marvelous teaching way.
We could not be happier with their leadership at this point. And just working through certainly the General Assembly and the various options that we would have with leadership like that. We've been incredibly blessed just with their entire background, with the various people that they know. It's just been incredible.
I'm grateful that the Office of General Assembly has a process that matches the right pastor with the right church.
Each church has its particular culture, and I think right now with this particular set of circumstances, this culture has blossomed. I think it's their sense of dedication to the church, their love for Jesus Christ, their sense that the Spirit is at work, and they are moving around as fast as they can to find where that's happening and to become a part of it.
Presbyterian Foundation brings people in mission together and allows us to operate on a larger scale than we would otherwise.
I just felt blessed at this time in my life to find a new church, and the exciting part to me is that they're starting a new a whole new project, and it's so exciting. It's exhilarating to think that they're planning and all the people that are going to benefit. I think as soon as they open the doors, the people are going to come.
It takes an individual decision to give, but the Presbyterian Foundation has the fiduciary responsibility, but also the skills to manage those resources so they can be applied as best meets the mission.
I was so eager to contribute because I knew that we needed money to do this, and I knew that I couldn't, at this point, give what I would like to give. So it occurred to me, I can leave in my will money that I don't have now free to give.
Whenever a situation occurs, whatever it might be, someone is there from the church to step up and say, let's help, let's do what we can do.
The Presbyterian Foundation is very important to us because it tells us how to give in different ways that we might not have thought of. I don't feel my gift is a responsibility at all. I feel it as an outpouring of my tremendous gratitude for blessings and for this church, for thanksgiving for this church.
The Presbyterian Investment and Loan Program was very important to us. That's how we got a low-cost loan to start our church building.
We have a wonderful relationship with the folks at the Presbyterian Investment and Loan Program. Not only were they able to give us a loan at a very reasonable interest rate, but they looked over our shoulders, they read our plans, they asked us questions.
And it became evident that they were going to work very hard to help make it happen, as opposed to figure out all the reasons why it couldn't.
It's really reassuring to have a loan from this particular organization because it's tailored to our church and our needs. It makes us have more confidence, really.
They are more willing to look at what our membership has pledged in the way of money, rather than the amount of cash we actually have on hand.
Their advice and encouragement has actually been as important as the loan itself.
Quite honestly, I'm not sure where we would have gone had PILP not been there. And I think in a general sense it makes me, and I think others, feel good that there is this larger organization behind us willing to help.
The Presbyterian Publishing Corporation provides most, if not all, of the resources that we use in our Sunday schools and our adult lessons and Bible studies and the women's groups.
I don't believe that I would have had as complete of a curriculum for adult education without being able to use the Thoughtful Christian, because it already provides the Leader's Guide with lesson plans, which almost anybody can follow.
We are able to pull something offline with the Thoughtful Christian and immediately send that to one another on email. And this little church could not do Christian education without that kind of immediate accessibility.
I don't have that much background, but I have enough knowledge to go to their index, and I'm looking at the Presbyterian calendar, and each Sunday it gives a topic and the lectionary readings.
And we really have no other source for publications that stimulated scholarship on these issues, that provided a source of conversations about morals, that gave us directions for what to think, and from that, what to do.
Being part of a larger denomination, a larger church, we had the resources and the tools to go to the large church and lay out what our plans were. And they were right there supporting us.
It's such a family, and the people who started it have been through so much together that they've got a real bond.
I think we all see each other's gifts that God's given us. We all see the Spirit moving in individuals in different ways. They want to not only want the church to grow and to succeed, but they want to do it because everybody has the love of God and want to see God's kingdom grow.
It's been wonderful, and we're starting to grow again, and I think God's hand is on us.